Alright, let's see what else is on here. Also, let me find the login. I might as well log in somehow, because I know I made an account for here before. But I don't see it. Oh well. You know, my garage games isn't helping me out as much as I thought it would. Bootleg, okay, bootleg Captain Toad sounds promising, and Mr. J Ouija that uploaded it has a Toby Fox icon. What could possibly go wrong with this? You gotta trust the Toby Fox dog, right? You know that Nintendo game Captain Toad Treasure Tracker? Well, I made a bootleg version of that game in Game Builder Garage. It's quite a simple game if you haven't played before. You are Captain Toad. You go through puzzle platformer levels while collecting 5 stars. But the catch is Captain Toad has too much in his backpack, so he can't jump. The camera is also not fixed to Toad, but rather the ground. That's the summary from the site that I'm getting this from. More or less. Controls. Left stick to move. Our hero, Clapton Soda. Right stick, adjust the camera. Buttons, do a useless spin. Shoulder buttons, to move the big platform. Feel free to use this at me. If you do, please credit me. We're in a weird era of Game Builder Garage, and I thought it was kind of apparently diverting away from Grandpa's Game Garage. It's the secret to getting to the weird version of it. There's my useless spin. There's the camera. And wow, the soundtrack for this. It's certainly something. Oh, move the... That's the pink thing that I move. Very barely. Well... How do I even get up if I can't jump? Well, turns out the useless spin isn't that useless. Because whatever I did, well, maybe it wasn't tied to that. Okay. Okay, apparently there was something up there. I just need to yeet myself up to the stratosphere in order to get it. Whoop. Alright. I just gotta figure out how to get to this one last platform. Okay, I guess I can just slightly drop down here. Ta-da! And that's the game. Okay, I'm cool with that. I think I'm gonna have better luck getting more and longer levels on Grandpa's Game Garage, ironically enough. So let me just hop back over there and see what else we got fooling around here. Hitmontop's 3D Zone. I guess I'm not escaping the weird today. Hitmontop. You look familiar. I'm getting major deja vu to something I've seen before. Cue the erratically shaking monkey that haunts my nightmares ever since I played the level. Oh god, his nose wiggles. It even wiggles outside of his head. I mean... Jigglypuff, can you just leave me alone? Okay, so that restores my health. And I just got a feeling with this game that this is gonna be one of those games that if I fall to my demise... I just got a feeling that if I fall to my demise... then it's just over. I have to restart from the beginning. Alright. Can I, like... No, you're too short. Well, at least I discovered how to handle combat to some degree. Alright, you're not the size of a ping pong ball. This should work. I'm just having all the fun with Game Builder Garage's mechanics today, aren't I? Alright. I guess maybe I kept saying, where are all the long levels in Game Builder Garage today, and here we are. Oh boy, 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 oh my god, Game Builder Garage, platforming physics, we'll call it. Ooh, this is gonna be quite a treat. Oh, hey Blake Ninja, welcome. And thanks for the follow too! Heard the noise, but for some reason the icon... Oh, because it's underneath the game. At least I heard the ping though. Thanks for giving things a follow. You're just in time for me to experience this game that I found in Game Builder Garage. Okay, I feel like things are going slower here, so I was kind of worried that I wasn't actually supposed to be in here, but it's fine. I think it's just the physics in general. Ooh. And the fact that I have to see Hitmontop's face gleam into my soul every time he's facing towards the camera. Well, there's one of the golden tops that I'm looking for. Not quite sure why we're collecting tops besides the fact that it's Hitmontop. Game Builder Garage physics are difficult. Indeed, that is something you always gotta keep in mind when making platformers in this engine, this genre. Alright. And hypothetically, am I safe to assume that this large open space just had one single top in it? I was gonna say I think so, but the camera seems to have other ideas of my fate. Because that's definitely a top. Definitely looked like it was around here. I can almost promise you all that I'm not going to be able to... Oh. Do they actually expect me to platform over there? Let me go back to the other side and see. I was going to say though, I can almost promise you that I am not going to complete this. I think I already got the general idea of what this is about. And I'm not sure if I'm going to have the endurance to see all these platforming challenges through. Especially with camera controls. Okay, gonna just hope that eventually, like, I can pivot the camera a bit. Oh, okay, actually, a top-down perspective on this actually doesn't work so well. Okay, that Game Builder Garage, but other engine. What about a musical perspective switching Metroidvania? Like as a general concept, or like I'm sure it exists somewhere. Well, this have to help refill because apparently falling to your death doesn't mean instant defeat. But I kind of got the feeling that if I run out of HP, then I have to do everything over again. Because it'd be nice if this had a checkpoint system. But I kind of have my doubts. Okay, maybe I just gotta jump a tiny bit smaller. I'm thinking of making one in Unity. Sorry. Certainly sounds interesting. And if you got the time to spare to make it, then go ahead. As far as I'm concerned, there's an audience for everything out there somewhere. Ooh, not quite too far of a jump. Let me just check out somewhere else. Cause I don't know. I don't think I have the patience to go through all that again. And so it's either check out these other areas or just stop playing this altogether. Have you heard of Hollow Knight? Yes, I've definitely heard of it. I have not yet gotten around to playing yet, but I've heard nothing but great things about it. And that's good of itself. Like, I'm not sure if I ever actually would go on my way to play a Metroidvania. Closest I played was... oh shoot. I'm blanking out the name. It was on the Switch. It was a game where you're a bug postman delivery person. And the main gimmick was that it's a Metroidvania, but you use pinball mechanics to navigate through it. That was pretty fun. I never got around to finishing it. But besides that, I haven't really even played Metroid. Let alone nor Castlevania, let alone Metroidvanias. I guess, like, the main other thing was when I was a kid, I played Kirby and the Amazing Mirror, and I'm not really did that enemy just set me back up to full HP instead of, like, you know, killing actually meaning something? It's definitely, like, something that if I wasn't so prone to getting lost, I would play more games in. Big games in general are a little bit intimidating to me these days just because of... I get so busy in life that a large game, even something like RPGs used to be one of my favorite genres, but I think as a concept they kind of got a little overwhelming these days with how long it takes to get through them. But still, some out of the RPGs that I played back when I was really into them are still some of my favorite games of all time. And I guess that's like part of the thing, like I'm starting to realize as I play more, as things like Legend of Arceus come out and I'm getting exposed to more open world games that I do like the genre, but I'm just not a fan of getting lost in games. So that's kind of part of my reason why I'm not sure if Metroidvania as a genre is for me, but I definitely understand why it's a genre for a lot of people. It's definitely something that I wouldn't... like, if I had to play a Metroidvania game, I think I would... I don't think it would be that terrible of an experience. Like, I just don't really... I don't think I have too many favorite Metroidvanias, but I also feel that's a lot because I just haven't really experienced too many Metroidvanias yet. Like that pinball... Great. I'm tempted to just stop the game right now and look up what it is, because I feel kind of embarrassed that I can't remember the name of this game for how much I like it. It's also a shame that I just never get around to finishing it. I don't know what happened. Like, I started it, I got caught up in other things, I guess, and... wait, did I take fall damage? Alright, and I just never got back to it. Hollow Knight... oh, you said Hollow Knight... oh, that is a separate thing. Hollow Knight is my favorite Metroidvania. it seems like all my friends that actually like or all my friends that play Hollow Knight actually like it. So yeah, I feel pretty confident it's pretty good, and I think I've seen bits and pieces of the game to get a general idea what the story is, and there's a lot going on in the story of that game. That in of itself is pretty neat in my opinion. Alright. Grandpa's Game Garage hasn't really failed me yet, at least with delivering a new level to play. So, I got a random code from here, and let's see what we have in store. Nintendo Hippos TV. Is it literally just the television? I guess we're gonna find out. Yeah, that's a big thing I hear about it too. I'm definitely not a fan of Dark Souls difficult. Like, I wouldn't say that I prefer exclusively easy games, but I'm definitely not the type of person to get enjoyment out of something that is incredibly hard. Like, if it gets to the point that the difficulty gets frustrating, I kind of lose my enjoyment of it. As I experienced playing Paper Mario Dark Star. Like, the first half of that game, it's a perfect amount of difficulty. Like, it's harder than vanilla, but not really too overwhelming. But some of the later stuff kind of gets really annoying. Some of the later stuff kind of gets really annoying, that mod. But I was a sucker for all the new things that they added to it, so I kind of pushed myself through it anyways. And it's like, overall, I would recommend it as a Paper Mario mod. But it's kind of just... It's so hard for me to recommend to people who aren't already well familiar with Paper Mario because of the difficulty. And the weird part is, like, unlike the other Paper Mario hard mod out there, it's not annoying or unfair, it's just difficult. I'll take your word for it. It's just hard to believe because of all the stories you hear about Dark Souls. Like, everyone wants to compare a difficult video game to Dark Souls. It's not just the difficulty that it's infamous for. Also, we just talked over this entire Hippo television program. I guess I'll give it one more shot, just to make sure I didn't miss anything. But yeah, like, it's not that Dark Souls seems unfair or difficult or annoying. I'm sure, like, it definitely, if you're familiar with the gameplay loop, it definitely would be an experience for you. And I wasn't even saying that Dark Souls was annoying or difficult. I might have implied it, but I was more so just using Paper Mario Dark Star as an example, just because that's the closest thing I can think of to a difficult game that I've played recently. But it's kind of also just like, I'm not sure if the environment of that type of game is kind of my style. I will admit I'm kind of a sucker for colorful game. If you can tell from what I have on here, I'm a sucker for bright, colorful games with charming music. I kind of even get a little uneasy with drama sometimes, even if it's the most basic bit of drama. But I know, like, not every game needs to be made for me. There's so many different types of people with so many different things to enjoy that, like, I can acknowledge when a game is good, even if it's not for me.